We're about to head into Target, where food meets politics. No, I'm kidding. Michael Jordan said it best, both Democrats and Republicans need to buy sneakers, and the truth is, everybody in America is overweight, regardless of partisan. But there are some interesting parallels between food and politics because people really get stuck in a particular party. You've got carnivore people who are saying you shouldn't be having vegetables. You've got vegetarians who are saying, no, don't have any animal protein. I don't believe in any of this nonsense. I believe human beings are omnivores. Today we're gonna go and we're gonna shop. We're gonna be looking at protein. We're gonna be looking at dairy. We're gonna be looking at fruit and vegetables. This video is worthwhile even if you follow me on Instagram or you've seen a lot of my other content, because I really get in depth about like amino acids. I really get into depth about antioxidants, and we talk a lot about soluble fiber as well as insoluble fiber. And we look at some of my favorite products here at Target. So join me as we go grocery shopping and I show you how I've helped hundreds of people lose weight. Follow me, let's go shopping. Starting with protein, because protein first, the most important macronutrient. Target has a lot of lean protein, both poultry and beef. When you're evaluating a protein source, the easiest thing to do is look around at the nutrition label. You've got how much protein it has, 25 grams in this case. Simply add a 0 to that number and it should have that many calories or less. So as an example, this chicken breast by Purdue, 25 grams of protein, this should have 250 calories or less per serving to pass the test. And in fact, this says 110 calories, so this passes the test. This is a great example of a lean protein source. And we want the majority of our protein to be lean because when you're eating a lot of animal protein, you'll get enough saturated fat from your hormones, even while selecting lean protein, because all animal protein is going to have, or almost all, is going to have some saturated fat. Besides the poultry, the chicken breast, the chicken tenderloin, here we go, sliced thin, all excellent. They've also got a lot of ground meat, both poultry and steak, same thing, just flip it around. Here we go, 99/1 lean ground turkey has 28 grams of protein. So in this case, 280 calories or less. This is 120 calories. So again, this passes the test. And again, there's a ton of poultry here. There's a ton of beef that all passes the test. But what I also like about Target is they have some unique offerings by a company called Good and Gather, which I believe is their brand. This asparagus stuffed chicken breast, 170 calories, 29 grams of protein. So again, add a 0 to that 29 grams of protein, 290 calories or less. You have a high protein option that has some unique taste. Parmesan chicken breast cutlets. This has 320 calories, but 33 grams of protein. Again, an example of something that passes the test. Look at this. Teriyaki sirloin beef strips. Good and Gather, same company. This is 160 calories, 21 grams of protein. Again, this passes the test. Continuing with protein, we're over in the beef section now. I've got this petite sirloin steak. Again, just flip it around, 190 calories, 24 grams of protein. A lot of people think that red meat is inherently more fatty than poultry. It's not true. It's all about the cut of meat. There's cuts of beef that are leaner than cuts of turkey. There's cuts of beef that are leaner than cuts of chicken. It just is a case-by-case scenario. Something like this ribeye, it's fine to eat, but I would not consider this a high protein food because it has 280 calories and only 21 grams of protein. It's fine to have in your diet, but this is gonna be a little bit higher in saturated fat. The truth is, when it comes to saturated fat, you just want to keep it around 10% of your total calories. Saturated fat in itself is not bad, but when it's an aggregate, when you're having a lot of it, that can increase your cholesterol, which can put you at an increased risk for heart disease, which is one of the leading causes of death here in the United States. So in general, again, I'm looking for leaner cuts of meat, and they do have a lot of options at Target. And because the nutrition labels on everything, you just flip it around and you see if it passes the test. There's a lot of lean beef options here at Target. Okay, so we covered protein, which is the most important macronutrient because protein is satiating. It's going to keep us feeling full, and it also is responsible for our body's recovery and building additional muscle. So it's going to help us maintain muscle. It's going to help us build muscle, which is why it's very important that you get approximately 0.8 grams of protein per pound. And it really depends on your individual level of activity. But for somebody who's active and you're currently trying to make a change into a healthy lifestyle or are leading a healthy lifestyle and are in the gym a lot, I would say you want around 0.8 grams of protein per pound. That doesn't mean that more protein is bad. You really have to have a very excessive amount of protein before it becomes an issue. You could have a gram of protein easily per pound and you'd be perfectly fine. I myself eat about 0.8 grams of protein per pound. But now we're looking at the second most important thing in your diet, which is fruit and vegetables. I truly believe that a diet, the foundation of it is protein, then fruit and vegetables. Human beings are intended to be omnivores. We're intended to have both protein and vegetables and fruit in our diet. And the reason why is because vegetables, which we're talking about right now, have soluble fiber. And everything we've seen that's coming out in the last 5 years, guys, soluble fiber is a game changer for your health. It helps with cardiovascular disease, it helps with heart disease, it helps with diabetes, it helps with cancer. And that's because it's so rich in antioxidants. People think that as long as I don't drink, as long as I don't smoke, as long as I'm exercising, I don't have to worry about things like free radicals, which is essentially what antioxidants help fight. But the reality is free radicals are this unstable molecule in your body that your body makes even while doing daily tasks. Even simply eating food and converting it to energy causes there to be free radicals in my body. And free radicals are what causes diseases of aging, such again as diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular disease. So basically telling you that every day you're dying, and if you want to delay aging, you need to have antioxidants in your diet. So vegetables are an amazing source of both antioxidants and that soluble fiber. So incredible for your health. Some of the vegetables, if you've been watching me for a while, that I really like asparagus. This is also a natural diuretic. It's going to cause you to piss, which is great because you're removing excess fluid from your body, which is going to help with blood pressure. It's also incredibly high in antioxidants, rich in nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. Green beans, another amazing option because again, high in soluble fiber. Broccoli, I'm gonna grab over here. Broccoli, I think this is probably the king of all vegetables. I think if you said to me, hey, what is the peak, the pinnacle, the king of all vegetables, I'd probably tell you broccoli. But these would be like 3 really strong go-tos for me. I don't like Brussels sprouts, the taste of them, but Brussels sprouts, it's hard to argue, it's another amazing vegetable. Besides these 3, which are really a very big crux of my diet, I would tell you as generic advice, get a wide variety of colors. You know, carrots, right? They're high in beta carotene. Getting different peppers. Peppers are so rich in antioxidants. Getting different colored vegetables is a great generic way to get various different vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, because there are different antioxidants. There's a ton of them. There's vitamin C. There's some that are very specific just to vegetables, leafy green vegetables. So you want to get a ton of variety of vegetables in your diet each and every day so that you can experience all the different types of antioxidants. Antioxidants is not, there's not just one antioxidant, there's a ton of them. And in order to get all of them, you really want to get a multitude of colors in fruit and vegetables. Foundation of a diet, lean protein, vegetables and fruit. And now we are looking at fruit. And again, generic advice. You just want a wide array of colors to get all the various different antioxidants and to get an array of vitamins and minerals in your diet. But let's talk about 5 fruits that I really love in particular. Starting off with avocado, it's hard to find a better fruit than this because it's so rich in healthy fats. It's gonna help with blood pressure, it's gonna help with diabetes, it's gonna help with cholesterol. It's super high in soluble fiber. When I look at this, I look at both fiber and the healthy fats along with the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that it offers. This is an amazing fruit. You do want to be mindful. It is very caloric, so you want to watch your portion size. You know, if you were to track this as like a medium-sized avocado, what the hell is a medium-sized avocado? It's just a generic description. You really want to portion this out because it's so caloric. Bananas, this is one of my favorite fruits. Bananas, it's hard to argue against this being the perfect post-workout carbohydrate because it's equal parts glucose and fructose, meaning it's a fast digesting carbohydrate along with being a slow digesting carbohydrate. On top of it, sometimes carbohydrates, they can be a little nutritionally lacking. They don't have like a lot of vitamins and minerals. They don't have a lot of antioxidants. They don't have a lot of fiber along with them. Example, white rice. White rice is great because it offers you glucose, but there's not a lot of nutritional value to it. This is the exact opposite. So avocados, bananas, great. Kiwi, just another contender for one of the best fruits out there. It's just so high in antioxidants, so rich in vitamins and minerals. I think this is a sleeper pick. A lot of people sleep on kiwi, but there's more vitamin C in here than there is in actual oranges. Oranges and apples still make my top picks though, because they're so convenient. Oranges are a little messy when you have to unpeel it, but both of these, they're very easy just to grab out of the refrigerator, take with you for your day. They have soluble fiber, ton of antioxidants, and they are rich in vitamins and minerals. So these are some fruits that I really love. That's a very in-depth look at fruit. We're also gonna be talking about berries in a second here. We're gonna be checking them out in the frozen section because I find frozen berries are actually higher quality than traditional berries because logistically, it's so hard to transport them as fruit. Frozen vegetables and frozen fruit. Look, a lot of people will judge you for buying frozen vegetables, but the reality is they're super convenient. Something like this steamed fresh asparagus, would I opt for fresh asparagus over it? Yes, I would, but I always keep some frozen broccoli or some frozen asparagus in my refrigerator, just in case I'm left to fend for myself, my girlfriend's not home, or I need some fiber and a crunch. Like I wanna have something with my protein and I don't really feel like cooking. The reality is consistency is king. It's better to do something suboptimal like frozen vegetables over not having vegetables at all. So I typically opt for fresh vegetables, but I do keep frozen on hand for those moments where I'm just feeling lazy or I don't feel like cooking. When it comes to fruit, it's an entirely different situation. The reality is things like these strawberries, these blueberries, these raspberries, they're so difficult to transport from location to location because they're such a fragile fruit that often you get higher quality frozen berries than you would if you were to buy them fresh. And you also get a bargain on the price. This is going to be cheaper than buying fresh berries. So better quality and cheaper, this is a win for me. And berries, they are loaded with antioxidants. A cup of blueberries has 13,000 antioxidants. Again, remember, you want to get various different types of fruit, various different types of vegetables, because there are various types of antioxidants, but berries are the king of antioxidants when it comes to a fruit. So frozen berries, very pro that. I think that's an amazing move, and it's great tasting in your smoothies as well, guys. We're going to be talking about dairy next here at Target. So they have a ton of Greek yogurt options. We've got Fage, we've got Too Good, we've got Oikos, we've got Chobani, we've got Siggy's. First and foremost, you're looking for something that passes the test. For every gram of protein, for every 10 calories, there should be at least 1 gram of protein. For every 100 calories, there should be at least 10 grams of protein. Again, look at the total amount of protein. 15 grams of protein. Does it have 150 calories or less? It passed the test. That's your first consideration. Secondly, which do you actually like? Buy whichever one you enjoy. These are all great options. I'm gonna grab the Oikos 000. I love this. It has a really delicious, decadent taste. I'm in the mood for something that tastes good today. This is my option. One of my favorite new innovative products on the market are these Chobani. They're basically pre-made Greek yogurt shakes. So it's like a pre-made shake, but instead of using whey protein, they use Greek yogurt. There's 2 different options here by Chobani. There's the 0 sugar. This has a better protein to calorie ratio. 50 calories, 10 grams of protein. Remember, for 10 grams of protein, it has to have at least 100 calories. This obliterates that. But the Chobani Complete, which has 170 calories, 20 grams of protein, still passed the test, also has fiber. So both of these are great options. This has a higher protein to calorie ratio. This one has fiber in it because it has real fruit in it. So I'm actually gonna go with this one. It's a great option. But these pre-made protein shakes, again, just look and see if it passes the test. Look and see in the ingredients, does it have real fruit? That's where the fiber's coming from. Awesome option. When it comes to milk, I love Fairlife, just this ultra filtered milk. It has such incredible macros. 80 calories, 13 grams of protein. It's rich in nutrients, vitamin D, calcium, potassium. This is an excellent option. When we're looking at cheese, just giving you my favorite options here at Target. I love Parmesan cheese, really because there's no lactose in it. I'm not worried about lactose, but when you remove lactose from products, what ends up happening is the calories are lower, and therefore the protein ratio is higher. I don't really want to get my saturated fat from dairy. I want to get my saturated fat from those animal sources or from eggs. So I'm really trying to keep my dairy as lean as possible with as little sugar as possible, so I can just really have it jacked up with protein and really keep my calories low when it comes to my dairy options. These are some of my favorite dairy choices here at Target. Favorite Day, which is Target's brand. I think they also own Good and Gather, but I know that they own Favorite Day. They have these incredible low calorie ice creams. So they're kind of like a competitor with Halo Top here, which I love Halo Top, but this is a Target only brand that has some unique flavors. So they have this mocha cold brew coffee. It's excellent. 370 calories, 21 grams of protein for the entire pint. Doesn't pass the test, but that's incredible macros for a good tasting ice cream. Just make sure that you're getting the high protein, low calorie ice cream, because they also have a brand of Favorite Day ice cream that isn't low calorie. It's just their brand of traditional normal ice cream. But it's pretty clear. I mean, it clearly says the calories right in the pint, clearly says the protein on it. These are the ones you want to get. And I've had cookie dough. Cookie dough is great. I've had the mint cookies and cream, very good. And I've had the mocha cold brew coffee. Those are all excellent. I wasn't a big fan of this chocolate pecan pie. I was a little disappointed. I didn't think it tasted good, but the other flavors I really freaking enjoyed. It's an excellent brand. And if you don't want that, they have Halo Top. They also have Yasso, which everybody loves Yasso. So Goodles. This is something that I've only seen at Target. I had it originally with my buddy Eric Hinman. I love this product. It's like a healthier, more macro-friendly version of mac and cheese. Particularly, I like the Twist My Parm, which is funny. It's 260 calories, 14 grams of protein. So no, it doesn't pass the test, but it has 7 grams of fiber in it, which is incredible. What I like to do is I cut up some chicken into it, and so I raise the total amount of protein and therefore improve the protein macros in this product. Again, it's like an amazing tasting, better macro version of mac and cheese. So this is a product unique to Target that I love to purchase, and I really like to support the brand, as well as the fact that who doesn't like mac and cheese? Okay, ending our shopping spree here at Target, I'm gonna look at Olipop. And Olipop is very high in insoluble fiber. This thing has 9 grams of fiber per serving, and most of the fiber is insoluble. So we talked about soluble fiber, which we're getting from our fruit and vegetables. The reason that insoluble fiber is important is it helps bind to stool. I know I'm getting a little bit in detail here, but just bear with me. It helps bind to your stool and it helps push it out. So insoluble fiber will help with satiation because it's going to cause you to feel full, but it's also going to bind to your stool and push out. Believe it or not, it's a real issue when you're dieting. But the other thing is that constipation, people who are consistently constipated are more likely to have Parkinson's disease. So constipation and Parkinson's disease, there's actually a link between the two. So insoluble fiber has value in your diet because of that satiating effect and because also it's helping you push out. Basically, it's helping you be regular. Okay, so we just got done shopping at Target. People always ask me, do I actually buy stuff when I go grocery shopping? Yeah, a lot of times. Today we only bought Goodles, but a lot of times, depending on what's in my refrigerator currently, I buy stuff. I'm in Westchester right now, and this area is really cool. You got a Target, which is the number 4 leading retailer of food. You got an F45, you got a Vitamin Shop. It's like a really healthy, like little shopping plaza here in Westchester. All seriousness, today we really got to talk about antioxidants. We got to talk about the power of soluble fiber. We talked about the benefits of insoluble fiber. We got to see what I would buy, particularly when it comes to animal protein, fruit, vegetables, and dairy here at Target, and look at just a couple of the unique products they have. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you saw, hit subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, that's where the majority of my following is. Go ahead and follow me there, please, because I put out content daily. And thank you for tuning in. I really enjoy doing these long format videos. Hey, yo.